Hi, my name is Nathan, and today we're going to do a comic book review of Spawn, issue number 329. You gotta admire this gangster-looking cover. Brought to you by RatedComics. Let's get to it. Now, before we get into this issue, we're just going to take it back a little bit. The Forsaken has had enough of false promises. He is on a rampage to earn back his seat at the side of the Almighty. So now we begin this issue with how the Redeemer was created for God's specific purpose, and he gave that signal that purpose, the name Anti-Spawn, otherwise known as Redeemers. So we see how Redeemers are created. They have existed throughout history more than we could possibly imagine. And I like this Redeemer right here with the skeleton with the bone armor. But it all started with the Forsaken, the black one. Heaven's first attempt at a soldier. He was also its first failure. Redeemer's having a conversation with Spawn. He's telling Spawn they imbued the Forsaken with more of its power than any Redeemer since. But that process was too much for one mind to bear, and it drove him insane. Disgusted by that result, heaven considered him a deformity and one that might contaminate the purity of the other realm. So he was cast out. Despite this, the Forsaken remained loyal, stalking the earth for years as he continued battling Hell's forces, hoping to win back God's approval. So there's not much else that we know about him, but after his exile, heaven wiped out every trace of Forsaken from their existence. If he's here now, which he is, it's because he came through the time rip. And Spawn's like, man, this brother doesn't sound like the type that take prisoners. No, he doesn't. He's working with somebody. So Terry tells Al, hey Al, something strange seems to be going on with one of the Spawn signals that we're tracking, and it's Forsaken, and Forsaken is on the hunt again. So turns out he's battling out with this Spawn, Iron Spawn looking like thing. His Iron Spawn's blasted at him like, dude, we don't have to do this. We're not enemies. Yes, we are. And he suicide collides into him and causing a shock wave of an impact. And Forsaken's like, your corpse will be an offering to the Almighty. And if your soul in this husk isn't enough, I'll gather another one like you. Smashes his head. You can tell the impact of that punch just takes the top off of his head. And another. More green blood sprouts out. And another. Until the pile of dead Hellspawns outside Heaven's gates can't be ignored. As he's about to impact with the final blow, Spawn tells if you touch him again, you're dead. And so are the people you work for. And Forsaken's like, you? Oh, I've been looking for you, Spawn. I only serve Lord God and his will, no others. But I'm glad you're here because I'm going to hunt you down anyway. He's on this rampage. And when this brother feels like he's got nothing to lose, with all the power that he has, he is nothing but dangerous. Cordelia is called into the chambers. What is it? It better be important. You got 30 seconds to tell me. Finally, Cordelia, we've been trying to reach you, says this guy. Forsaken's gone AWOL. We don't know what's happened or why, but he's broken out of the facility. And they're looking at all this destruction that he's doing. And Cordelia's like, we already tracked him down. The problem is, so have Spawn and Redeemer. This is happening too fast. And this guy's like, look, I thought your plan was to get Spawn's attention. It is. I was. But this is happening too quickly and I need more time to prepare. So the guy's like, I wouldn't worry about that. I doubt the Forsaken will let himself be taken alive by Al. So she's like, it doesn't matter. Spawn has some power over the dead. If he kills him, he may still be able to find the answer he needs. I need the telepath. Bring me the telepath. So we go into this panel with Hunt looking for answers, going on the killing spree, trying to figure out how to open up the dead zones, or he wants to find out the cure for the poison that he's infected with. And this guy tells him Heaven's the only place you can find a cure for it. He's like, you sure? Positive. Decapitates his head. I don't need you nowhere. Look at all this killing spree he's doing. And Hunt hates this. Kurt tells his brother Daniel, if you watch my Haunt Origins explain, it explains how Haunt became about, if you're new to this or whatnot, but just a little fun fact here. So he's telling his brother, stop chasing dead ends, man. You know, they keep giving me the same answer. We need Simmons. He can open up the dead zones to cure ourselves. So this guy goes in for the attack and he gets blasted in half by this other brother. And he's like, well, he want to hurt you. And Haunt's like, okay, well, what about you? Why are you sneaking up like that? I thought you were dead. I did? Then I got better. Well, what the hell does that mean? I don't know what that means. And so this brother tells it means I can help you with your situation with Heaven and finding Al Simmons. And that's where we end this panel. So now we go back to the juicy part of the book where Spawn, Redeemer, and Forsaken are duking it out. Radio contact is maintained with home base by Terry telling him, "Ow, if you can hear me, another batch of signals just popped up on my scanners. They're heading your way." Spawn's like, "How many are there? I can't tell, but you gotta get the hell out of there." He can't, he's in the middle of something. And this Forsaken is pretty much giving Spawn a fight right now. And it's too late. Stand aside, Hellspawn. We got Centurion Spawn. I don't know what this other Spawn is. Napoleon Spawn, and this Harry Potter looking Spawn. Actually, it's more intense looking than Harry Potter, but whatever. In time, we will learn the names of these intruders. The big one we know is in Centurion Spawn. He goes in there and literally clears the path by kicking Spawn out the way while the others collect their target. Napoleon Spawn tries to get Forsaken up, and the Forsaken's like, "Get your filthy hands off of me. I'd sooner die than flee with scum like you. I'll never be a traitor like this Redeemer over there." And Redeemer's like, "Bruh, I got to tell you something. Go ahead and keep deluding yourself. Keep telling yourself a traitor is the one who won't kill innocent women and children just to serve the ego. Remember Agartha? God needed you out of his sight for a reason." "Liar," says Forsaken. "I was betrayed by all of you. Now you're doing it to God. No one who wears that armor would ever fight alongside a Hellspawn." "Then why do you think they're here?" says Redeemer. "It's because of your purity?" "No, they're here for one reason. They think you're just like them, that hell can make you into their useful soldier." "You're wrong. They came in for the same reason you are, because you're afraid. You're all afraid. Afraid that I was called here on a mission from God." "Fool," says Redeemer. "You're here by chance, brought by a Hellspawn. Anyone tells you otherwise, they're lying. Whatever God you served a millennia ago was replaced 10 times over, chasing after a dead master. You spent your whole life at heaven's command. You gave them everything, and how did they repay your loyalty? How did they repay your devotion? By trying to destroy you. It wasn't enough just to banish you from heaven, Forsaken," says the Redeemer. "God was repulsed by you. He sent an army to destroy you. Remember that? They hunted you like a dog, defeating you with sheer numbers. They humiliated you. So whether you think I'm a traitor or not, we have the same elemental fire coursing through our veins. That flame holds the experiences of all Redeemers, and it's time you saw the truth." Hundreds of images flash across Forsaken's mind in a split second as Redeemer gives him that memory. "Do you understand it now? Do you see it now?" Forsaken's like, "Yes, I do," as he impacts the ground. "This cannot be. It can't." His brain screams one word: "Cordelia!" as he rushes out of there. Sorry, my mind for a second thought it was going to be another C word that he was going to say. But anyways, whatever. So Cordelia and team are like, "Oh my God, it seems the crisis has been averted. Everyone, Forsaken is leaving the combat zone. He's heading in our direction at hyperspeed, and he's only heading there for one reason." So the guy asked Cordelia, "Why would he come back here? You think the Hellspawns were able to talk some sense into him?" "No, you freaking idiot," says Cordelia. "Is that what you actually think this is? He's coming not to rejoin us. He's coming to kill us." And that's where we end this issue of Spawn, issue number 329. With these Spawn issues, they can be up and down, more up than down. This is definitely up. I absolutely love it. The cover is sick. The story is sick. This issue is sick. I ain't got nothing else to say about that. Link in description if you wish to add this comic book to your comic book collection. With that being said, Spawn, issue number 329. What you guys think of the comic book? I thought this is one of the more gangster issues in my personal opinion. Comment below, let me know. And also, if you like the content we're throwing up, you know what to do. Don't be shy and don't be stingy. Here at Rated Comics, we do awesome comic book reviews, comic book related content with the occasional comic book giveaway. By the way, don't forget to check us out on our other social media and WhatsApp, where we do auctions on the website and giveaway. Download the app, get some amazing deals. Link in description, by the way. Thanks again for watching. Until next time.